Hey guys, Zach here at etrailer.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Titan Chain Alloy Snow Tire Chains on our 2020 Ford F-150. These are going to be a really good light-duty snow tire chain. If you're looking for something that's going to keep you compliant, but also going to be pretty effective if you find yourself in some light snow and ice. They are also going to be extremely easy to put on compared to some of the older style chains. You don't have to crawl underneath the vehicle and make that connection. You just slide them around. You make a couple connections up front and you're good to go. But let's take a closer look at how these chains actually get hooked up on here. Compared to some older style chains where you have to crawl underneath the vehicle and make a connection down below and then make all your connections up front, you have one connection on the top of the back side of the tire, and then you have a couple up front that are all color coded. So it's pretty easy to do. I also like that it has this included tensioner. Keeps these chains nice and tight. You know, some chains you have to buy an additional rubber tensioner to get that to fit, because these chains are intended to fit this vehicle, but they fit a lot of different tire sizes. So we have these on a tire size of 245/70 R17, but they fit a couple other ones, and that's why you have a little bit of slack there whenever you first put these on, but then you take it out with this tensioner. So if we remove that tensioner, you can see there's still some play in there, and that's how all chains are going to be. But if we brought that tight again, you can see we took a lot of that play out of there. Those chains are sitting pretty good on there. You can see here it has a diamond pattern, and that's going to be really nice to not only get you going on the snow, but it's going to help with turning, and it definitely helps with the braking on ice compared to the ladder style, where those are more effective with just getting you going. Now they do have some smaller links, so it's going to give you a little bit smoother ride compared to the big beefier ones. But if you're looking to use these in really harsh conditions, these aren't going to be as effective as those larger style chains. The chains come in a pair, so you have one for the driver and passenger side, and we have these on our rear axle today because this is a rear-wheel drive truck. If you have a four-wheel drive truck, you can pick up an extra set. You can put these on the front. They do have a max speed rating of 30 miles per hour. If you're putting these chains on, conditions are bad, and you shouldn't exceed that anyway. I would recommend getting a pair of gloves to put these on. And when it comes time to storing them, it comes with a pretty nice case. It's definitely better than the kind of flimsier bags that a lot of them come in, but it's not a nice, like, solid hard case. So it will get smashed, but it's going to keep them dry. It's going to keep them organized whenever you need to use them. But overall, I like these chains. I think they're going to do a good job if you're looking for something to keep you compliant, keep you safe whenever you're in kind of some light snow and ice. And they're pretty easy to put on. So let's just walk you through how we got these on. The first thing we want to do before we put these on is lay them out, make sure that there's no kinks or we have any damaged links in our chain. And another thing to point out is the way these hooks right here are configured. You can see this side right here is smooth, and the way they're crimped down, it has this kind of open area over here. And now we don't want those points digging into our tires, so we like for our smoother side to be laying on top of our tire. So just keep that in mind when you're putting these on. Now we can just take one end and just feed it around the other side. Now I do suggest installing these before the weather gets bad, so you kind of have a general idea how they go. You don't want to be figuring this out on the side of the road when conditions are not desirable. So we'll get this sped around. Then we can take each end and we can bring them together at the top of our tire and our wheel well. So we can make this connection right here and then drape our chain over our tire. Then we can take this piece right here, make sure it's sitting good in our chain like that. And we're going to start with that first link right there. We'll take that yellow one and connect it to the green piece. Get this to sit a little bit more even, and we can feed the rest of our chain around the bottom. So then we can take our red keeper right there, and take this gray chain through it. See, this is where that color-coded portion comes in handy. So we'll get that to catch in there, and then we can feed this through these red keepers here. We'll just kind of test it as we go. I think that seems like a good spot. I'm going to stretch this all the way back across and make a connection over here. And I want that hook to face out. So it's okay to make it right there. You don't have to go straight over here, but you just want it to keep that tension all the way through. You can see that's a really nice tight fit. We don't have to get a rubber adjuster like we were talking about, and we can just throw the other chain on the other tire and get out and check it after a few feet, and we should be good to go. But that's going to do it for our look at the Titan Chain alloy snow tire chains on our 2020 Ford F-150.